Flashback 13.4 Friends and Diamonds Are Forever. Part 4 Sarah's Mission Quest. And still, we were there, with the frozen in time Knights Templar headquarters beneath Castle Athlon's museum. Yep, we were still right there with entombed Mr. Lessky, who is encased in crystalline, translucent, almost transparent, epoxy-like solidified substance with ice and frost in perpetuity everywhere. It was clear Lessky and everything inside were frozen in time. Sarah sighed. We heard the angels message to us. Until we can put an end to Baal's threat by destroying the tapestry of Baal, the heaven seal around the round table and celestial relics will not be lifted. We must destroy the tapestry and stop the cult. Otherwise, they will stay sealed so the cult cannot take them. But it also means we will also no longer ourselves have access. Sarah's eyes were watery. She seemed to lose some of her control. We will have no way to call upon the angels or heaven. We will have no wisdom or insight from Mr. Lessky. We are cut off. We are on our own. We are the last bastion of hope for humanity. Bob looked distraught and spoke. This is bad, very bad. So let me get this straight. We are being hunted by the cult of Baal. Thank you, Richard. We are being hunted by the FBI, CIA, and the NSA. Thank you, Richard. We are being hunted by Interpol, International Police. Thank you, Richard. I can only imagine what other governments are after us that we don't even know about. Bob chuckled sarcastically. Thank you, Richard. Katie looked morose. I can't imagine how losing your father, your adoptive father or not, must feel so terrible. I'm so sorry. I pray for him and for you. We should all pray. And after enduring the loss of your first father, biological father, Katie stammered, trying to be compassionate after walking into a pile of verbal topic self-entrapment. She repeated, let's pray for Mr. Lessky. Sarah looked with piercing, judgmental eyes. We must burn the damned tapestry of Baal. Now! She screamed, ah! Where is justice? Where is karmic justice? She hit the wall with her tears in hands. My whole life. I give, I gave, I give. I work, I struggle, I hurt. I try, I take nothing. I only want to be loved and to love and for people to live and live the lives that they were blessed and born to be and have by God. Sarah was clearly venting a deep wound that was very, very, very deep. God, I serve you. I have always served you. I will always serve you. Please, she whimpered. In this case, can you spare my father? Can you give him back to me? But, like all of Sarah's prayers, she was not heard. Mr. Lessky was suspended in time by heaven to protect its relics and Lessky from falling into the hands of the devil and his cult. And Sarah's prayers, while impactful on us, did not seem to move heaven enough to do anything. At least that we could tell. Not right then. Tiny looked into the sealed room, putting his hands against the solid crystalline wall, covered doorway into the round table chamber, and he said, "Not right. Lessky. All good. No bad. He save me. He father to all. Sad. Big loss." Soldier Taylor looked fiercely. "We must avenge Lessky. We must finish our mission and see if that can rescue Lessky from his frozen entrapment and drop this barrier thing for everything else." She declared resolutely, "Use this loss as fuel, as motivation. Never let it go. Never forget. We will crush the cult of Baal." She declared, "We were victorious in Prague for humankind. Now we will do it for humankind and for ourselves, for Sarah and for Mr. Lessky." Taylor softened. Losing a loved one, a comrade, a partner, a friend. It's never easy. It's always hard. She added, "I have never seen magic or this suspended in time, celestial, diamond, and gaseous stuff or anything like it. So let's assume that it can also be reversed. Let's assume that Sarah is right, that if we destroy the tapestry of Baal, that heaven will feel safe and will unlock the round table, the relics, and thusly release Mr. Lessky." Sarah said, "Well, we are still on mission. The world is hunting us, above and below board. After our destruction of the gates of hell, of Gates Prague companies, and your alleged murdering of that black man, and your escape from the psychiatric prison for the criminally insane, and our operating internationally, we do have a lot of people and organizations after us." Sarah said, "The FBI, the CIA, the NSA, Interpol, local police, and probably every country port of entry in the entire world." She sniffled. "And they all, every last one of them, want us dead." She continued, "Mr. Lessky would want us to carry on. He has always known that his life would end, somehow, fighting for good and righteousness. If nothing else," she said, "we must get him out of that encasement so his soul can go to heaven and rest in peace, not be trapped there in an unintended, unearned nothingness that is even worse than limbo." Her eyes watered more. Her regulated emotions, well, they were not regulated anymore. Sarah said, "Well, Athlone is no longer safe, and so it offers no respite or protection or resources. We must leave Athlone and leave Mr. Lessky sealed below within its underground chambers. Sarah said, Mr. Lessky will be another secret buried beneath Castle Athlone, like Merlin was entombed by Morgan Le Fay or the Lady of the Lake, depending on which flavor of lore you might prefer. Mr. Lessky is entombed, like Merlin, but we can rescue him, just like Merlin was rescued and freed. We can save Mr. Lessky